Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilky and we're here with a gargantuan amount of news that we received this morning my time. We have been blessed with a post from the devs talking about various issues of varying degrees. This is unfortunately not available on the website as of right now, so you have to join the Discord if you want to read this up. But here's a quick rundown of the things that we're looking at. The very first one, remove collision from summoned deviations in base. I think this one is probably, everybody has noticed this by now. You're standing there either sorting your boxes, crafting something, and there's your Chefrosaurus Rex, or any of your rabbits, or any other deviation roaming around and just pushing you around the base, sometimes even so far that you get knocked out of the menu. This is incredibly frustrating, so this is coming to us in early December. Chaos Weaver issues. Now this is a specific issue in the Way of Winter scenario, so for those of you who aren't playing this scenario, you probably have only heard of these issues. Now there's a plethora of things that comes to the Chaos Weavers. Ultimately though, the Chaos Weavers are intended to be a challenge, or a threat rather. But as of right now, they proved a lot of, or rather a nuisance slash a very, sadly rather, a very good source for people with malicious intent to abuse it and harass other people or grab stuff. So much so that either it's lag slash rubber bands, or if your base was too close or in somewhat of a vicinity of a Chaos Weaver, people either lured the Chaos Weaver or specific attacks in your direction, as that would destroy your base. What's worse is that before that, when a Chaos Weaver destroyed parts of your base or your base, your items did not actually get sent back to your vault, but would drop to the ground, which then either people looted, or if you were AFK or not around, your entire base could evaporate. So this is obviously something that was very frustrating, especially since we're in a PvE scenario. So they're addressing these issues, so much so that as of right now, the building damage is actually completely disabled. This is something at the very bottom here. So they're currently looking into things like that, but as of right now, there is currently no threat to be expected, which is a huge change, because they are acknowledging that what they had in mind is not exactly working the way they wanted to, or even worse, people are abusing this. So this is, I think, fantastic news. On to number 3. They are changing the appearance of the silver ore. For those of you who played the game, you probably know that spotting silver ore, especially in different lighting conditions, can be a bit problematic, so this is very nice. They are revising pardon me. They are revising the loot crate prices and item distributions. Now we don't really exactly know what they're going to be doing there, but the sheer fact that they're openly acknowledging that people are not really happy about the current situation and they're trying to work something out is really cool. So I guess keep your eyes peeled on that if that is something that falls into the category of that it bothers you. Lastly, eliminate the boss immune to damage mechanism. I think this one is another huge thing. We all know they're only talking about Chaos Weaver in this regard here, but I do hope that they're also addressing bosses like the Forsaken Giant, where if you have a status build, for example, then you cannot kill the boss, which is insanely frustrating for people, A, not knowing, and B, not having any other option, or, you know, you tried out a build, or you bought your items with StarCraft, you're new into the game, you can't just switch gears. So this is definitely something which is very good that they're addressing this. And yeah, like I said, this has been packed with news. I think these are fantastic news, so this is very great, and I'm happy to see that they're taking the feedback. So in that regard, if any of you sees usually they send their surveys out per email or like per mail in the game or something, then please do participate in those surveys, because as you can see, the feedback is actually being relayed to the people in charge. So by giving constructive feedback, right, don't just go bash on whatever it is that you don't like or you just rant about it, but even if there are things that you don't like in the game, just put them down there, talk about how you don't like it or maybe why you don't like it, you know, and just explain your point of view and your thoughts, and we can clearly see that they absolutely are taking interest in what we're saying. So I highly recommend people to continue to give their feedback in forms of the surveys or any other way, shape, or form. Especially if it's in a constructive manner, this is insanely helpful. Anyways, this is all for this video. I hope that this was insightful. It definitely brightened up my day, seeing that there are so many good changes up on the horizon. Maybe it helps your day as well, and I'll see you guys next time.